Hey, what's on, guys? Welcome to my spoiler-free first impressions of Young Justice Outsiders. So for those of you guys that don't know, Young Justice Outsiders is the third season in the Young Justice TV show, the animated TV show that originally aired on Cartoon Network back in 2010-2011, and then it got canceled back in 2012 due to low toy sales. Young Justice Outsiders is the third season, which was revived through DC's new streaming service called DC Universe. So I'm just going to give you guys my quick first impressions on the first 3 episodes which came out today. Just letting you know all my pros and cons and how I think that it compares to the original Young Justice that aired on Cartoon Network, and maybe how it compares to other animated TV shows by DC. So first off, I think this is a huge step for DC, especially to be launching this on their streaming service. It's just a huge milestone. Young Justice has been one of the most loyal fan bases out there of any animated TV show. Because the show got canceled back in 2012, and then since then there have been so much support for the show, so many petitions, so many just YouTube videos, and so much just talk even after the show got canceled of just having the show continue on and on. And then that happened later on when Netflix picked it up for the first 2 seasons, which did tremendously well. And then that helped jumpstart the 3rd season. And now we're here. So it's just been an incredible journey just to get to this point. And it's just been totally worth it. The first 3 episodes are just absolutely fantastic. So the first thing that you're really going to notice about the new season is that it's a much darker tone compared to its Cartoon Network counterpart. And there's a lot of different reasons behind that, but the main reason that you're going to see is, so this whole new theme that the show is kind of revolving around is this whole meta-human trafficking scenario that's been going on. And that in itself is kind of already a more mature theme compared to the Cartoon Network shows did. The Cartoon Network seasons did, previous seasons. So that, plus being launched on DC's own standalone streaming service, allows the show to kind of touch on more darker, more mature aspects of these characters and this whole universe that they could never really do on Cartoon Network because it was more intended for kids. So they had to kind of tone it down and kind of condense it into their own age group. At first, because the way that the tone that was set already for Young Justice on Cartoon Network, it never really bothered me. I never felt like, oh, this is intended for kids. This is more, it was never at like the Teen Titans Go kind of scenario. So I never really had a problem with the tone, but I think that diving into a darker tone is definitely a big step, and it's definitely a step in the right direction for Young Justice, because the way that they handled the meta-human trafficking in these first 3 episodes is solid. They've already got this whole story planned out, and you're just going to be completely hooked by the end of the 3 episodes. And ever since the show got revived, they've been just working extremely hard, and they got the whole original cast back, and then they got the same animators and artists and producers and writers to come back. But they also have a lot of new elements to the show that I'm not going to really dive into, but a lot has changed. And one of the reasons being for that is there's another time jump from the end of season 2 up until the beginning of Outsiders, and this time jump is a lot more digestible than the one that we got at the end of season 1. Because that one felt more like we missed like an entire season or something. But with this one, it's a smaller time jump, but they explain it a lot more properly, so it flows a lot better. And then with that, you can make the story continue on without kind of complicating matters earlier on. The show still holds that same character dynamic that it's always had, just a lot of strong focus on all the characters and a lot of chemistry, a lot of great chemistry in writing for each of the characters and how they interact. And that's always been one of the strongest points of the show, is just having such quality characterization that backed up by a proper story. And Outsiders just keeps continuing on that same route. I want to talk more about kind of DC streaming service, just their whole general layout and what they're planning. Because originally what I thought is, when I think of a streaming service, I usually jump to Netflix, how they're going to drop the entire season at once, but the way that DC's handling it is a little bit different. Because with Titans, they dropped one episode a week, and then, well, the first week they dropped 2 episodes, and then every other week they dropped one. For Young Justice, if you look at their release schedule on the DC Universe app or on the website, it's 3 episodes a week until they get to the mid-season finale, and then they take a break, and then they start back up again in the summer. And then I'm guessing this probably also going to be 3 episodes a week, and then they're going to wrap up the season by the end of the summer. Personally, I think it's an interesting way to kind of lay out the episode count. I definitely think that 1 episode a week, especially for a 30-minute show, is not enough. So I think this still definitely works. Overall, I'm super satisfied with what we've gotten with the first 3 episodes of Young Justice Outsiders. And I can't wait to see more that we get in the oncoming weeks. But that's all I've got for you guys. Just my quick, spoiler-free first impressions of Young Justice Outsiders. So let me know your guys' thoughts on the new season. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? And how do you think that it compares to the first 2 seasons that aired back on Cartoon Network? Do you think it's better? Do you think it's worse? Do you like the new tone that they've taken for the show that revolves around metahuman trafficking, or do you think they should kind of tone it a little bit back down to its original roots? Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then smack that like button. And if you want to see more superhero content like this, then subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys next time.